State. I thought that the pitcher did a terrific job today, and they had found a way, just as they have in the last 25 games, found a way to get a win. And I thought on our end certainly pitched well enough to win the game. Just couldn't find any type of rhythm on the offensive end today.
Questions for players, please, first.
Spencer, what was going right for you? I mean, I guess it took a lot of pitches early and found a little groove late.
Yeah, they just kept fouling off my fastball. I just kept throwing it, just eventually they put it in play and got most of them out that way.
Dan, or also neither one, can you just talk about the job that their pitcher did and what he did to keep y'all balanced?
He just did a great job throwing strikes, pounding the zone with the fastball. We just didn't make the adjustment that we needed to do.
Did you feel like you were out of, I don't know if I want to say out of rhythm, but y'all kept popping up a lot, or high fly balls on a lot of things?
I don't know, guys. We worked all week on staying on top, hitting hard line drives, and we just didn't do that today.
For one of you guys, is it frustrating given Spencer's had a lot of good starts in the last 3-4 games to be able to not provide runs, especially in these tight games? I mean, for a guy that's going out and throwing the way he's been throwing.
Yeah, Spencer's been everything we could ask for from him. He's given us a chance every game. We're just not putting the ball together like we should. We're a much better team than what we're showing. We just got to put more bats together, give him some kind of run support.
Any more questions for players? Questions for Coach, please?
Mitch, the approach to the plate, it seemed like Bergen was able to be pretty efficient early, and I think he had 68 pitches through 6 innings. What was the approach there, and what was going either right for him or wrong for your guy?
Well, I mean, for us, I mean, we knew going in. I mean, he's going to throw a lot of fastballs. He's going to pitch away, and our approach was to work away and stay in the middle of the field, and we just couldn't get above the ball. I mean, everything, we were underneath, and swings were too long. We've worked really hard all in the past week just on the approach, and it just didn't show up today. We got ourselves and some early outs and a lot of weak contact. Just a lot of weak fly balls, and we just never really squared up the ball. For the most part all day. I think Smitty had a couple, but as a whole, just too many poor bats, too many early bats where I thought we were a little bit antsy. And the one thing about it, he was going to continue to throw a lot of strikes, so we didn't have to be quite and so aggressive at certain times. But I think they were good pitches to hit. I mean, it was we just couldn't find enough barrels to get an inning generated, and it became frustrating as you move through the game, especially with our history. This year, particularly with Spencer on the mound, we've had a lot of zeros, and a frustrating day for us today.
Did you feel like your guys made any adjustments, or obviously, I guess they didn't make the right ones, but on hitting as the game went along?
We kind of came together in middle of the game and kind of went over it again. Really about just trying to tighten up our swings a little bit and letting the ball travel a little more and staying, working on top of the baseball a little bit more. The one thing I think he changed speeds a little bit, did a few things, so you credit him as well. He did a good job with it, but quite honestly, through 9 innings, we didn't make a very good adjustment throughout the ball game at all.
You touched on, Mitch, about the frustration of having Spencer go out and be that game. I think it's 31 innings now he's been in without a run of support.
Yeah.
Especially frustrating, it's one thing to lose 5 or 6-0, but to get starts like that and be so close.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's makes 7 starts now where, Spencer's went into at least the 7th inning where we've scored 2 or less runs, so, when you add that up, that's, it's a lot of games that could be in your favor if you can get the offense going a little bit. So, it has. It's been frustrating, with the offensive side of it because we feel like we're very capable. We feel like there's some talented hitters in that lineup. But today, like many of the other games, we just never really made that adjustment that you got to make to, create more of an offense and pressure the defense
if you don't come up with whatever changes, you know, tomorrow may be the last day,
Yeah,
do you think there's any lineup changes or anything in store for tomorrow?
Well, I mean, hey, the lineup that we're playing is our best guys on the field at this point. And if those dudes in the dugout were doing it, then trust me, they would have been there today. And it comes down to the guys that's on the field. And we got to make the adjustment, and or your season's over. I mean, it's as simple as that. So right now, you know, give credit to the pitcher, but I mean, he threw a fastball, you know, in there. So you got to be able to hit a fastball away, and you got to be able to hit line drives. I mean, you can't, you know, you look through the course of the last 2 weeks, the only way we score is to leave the yard and hit a home run. And you're not going to win a lot of games right now in college baseball, you know, just hitting home runs. You got to create offense, and you do that by having short strokes and being able to, you know, use the whole field.